today I wanted to do a really fun makeup tutorial for you. Most of the tutorials I have done so far on my channel have been warm, smoky eyes or bronzed, glowing looks, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I was going through some YouTubers' videos and I got inspired and kind of combined a whole bunch of different ideas together. I thank you guys so much for coming to my channel and for continuing to support me. And remember that we need to support each other as well. And I have created my own Instagram and my own Facebook page, and I will link that down below. And also here is the name on the screen. And it is the theHDmovement. So I just want to inspire others and remind everyone that they should do what they love and do what makes them happy, and that we are all beautiful inside and out. And so I just want to make sure that all of us remember that, because so many people suffer with self-confidence issues and other issues, and we need to all support one another. And in today's world, we don't see that very often. So I encourage all of you to go out there and do what you love. And if you decide to recreate this look, or you decide to do a cool hairdo, or whatever it is that you love to do, hashtag the theHDmovement so that I can see that, because I would really love to see what you guys enjoy and what makes you happy and makes your heart full. And that is so important in life, and we just don't say that to one another enough. So remember that you are beautiful and that you are loved. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you guys again very soon. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful people. My boyfriend wanted to say hello to everyone, so there he is. So first, I am taking this Tarte Shape Tape just to conceal my eyes before I go in with any type of eyeshadow or anything. You can use anything you want to prime your eyes. Obviously, I like to use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pat sometimes, but I also love to use concealer, especially ones that are lighter than my skin tone, because it'll create a great contrast for my eyeshadow. Then I'm just going to set that with a little bit of our CMA No Color Powder, just so that the eyeshadows will blend a little bit better than if I were to just leave the concealer. This powder will allow the eyeshadows to blend a whole lot better. So I'm applying that on both eyes with a Morphe, I think it's an M439 brush. Then I am going in and picking up Silk Cream, and I am using a fluffy haired brush. This is also a goat hair brush, so it is not going to distribute as much product as if it were a synthetic brush, which the bristles are usually black on synthetic brushes. But this is a fluffy goat hair brush, and I am just dusting that Silk Cream shade all into my crease and making sure to distribute it evenly, and then bringing it down on the lid. This is just my transition shade, which is obviously very important so that all other colors will blend together perfectly. Then I'm going in with the shade Pooter. I'm using a little bit smaller bristled brush for this color because I want to keep it a little bit lower in my crease. It is still a goat hair brush, so it's, again, not going to distribute any great deal of product, but it's going to blend really, really well. So I really wanted to keep this a little bit lower in the crease just to darken up that crease for when I go in with other shades next. Now I'm picking up MAC Satin Taupe, and this is just a beautiful gray, pewter, silver color. It's very beautiful. It's more on the cool tone side for sure, but I am packing that all over my lid with a synthetic brush now because I want to pack on a lot of color, so I've switched to a synthetic as opposed to a goat hair brush, and I'm just packing that all over the lid, really being careful to carve out my crease. I don't want to bring this up too high because then that won't look really good. I want to make sure that I keep it on the crease. And then I'm picking up a little bit more of Pooter on that same brush, and I am blending out with where the Satin Taupe meets the crease, because we don't want any harsh lines. So I'm going to continue to do that just to make sure that everything is blended and there are no harsh lines, and that Pewter Satin Taupe shade is going to blend really, really well with every color in the crease. Now I'm picking up MAC Sketch, and this is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. I've used this probably longer than any other one, and I've owned more of this color than I've ever owned of an eyeshadow, but it's a beautiful, beautiful purple, maroon, burgundy shade, and it looks really, really great with Satin Taupe. So I'm picking it up on a dense, almost a pencil brush, but it's a dense brush that is still really great for blending, and I'm packing it on the outside of my eyelid, the outer corner, because I really want that darkness and that depth on the outer corner. And I'm being very careful. I actually ended up switching brushes because I wanted to get it into that crease. And then I decided to pick up a goat hair brush with a little bit of that sketch on it to bring up that purple into the crease just a little bit more, ever so slightly, being very, very careful. I find that smoky eyes sometimes look better when you pull them up into your crease just a little, but you don't want to get too excited and bring it up too high, because then that makes it look like you can have a black eye. So you want to be careful with what you're doing. I went ahead and put on eyeliner, and my camera died, so all you guys missed was me putting on my eyeliner. And then I went ahead and applied some false lashes, and now I'm just picking up a cotton pad with some makeup remover to clean up any of the fallout that occurred when we were applying our eyeshadow. So I'm being very careful and making sure that there is no eyeshadow underneath my eyes, and just cleaning up all that mess. Super easy. So then I'm picking up these Chanel LeBlanc primers. They are going to add radiance to my skin and even out any redness that I have. And so I was using 2 shades. I think one's Rosé and one's Mimosa or something like that. I'll list them down below. Then I'm picking up this Makeup Forever smoothing primer, and it is good for large pores or unevenness. It's just going to kind of blur out any unevenness you have on your skin to make your foundation apply a whole lot smoother. Then I'm picking up my Dior Star foundation, the same that I use all the time, and I am using a beauty blender to apply that all over my face and just pushing it out. Beauty blenders are great to make sure that you do not have cake face, because it will pick up any excess product. So if you apply too much foundation, it will pick any of that up so that it does not look like it is caked onto your face. So I'm just applying that all over in no particular order. I usually do the lower half of my face and then move upward, and then blend it out with the beauty blender. I try and avoid underneath my eyes so that when I go in with concealer, I don't already have foundation there, and foundation is so thick that sometimes it can settle in those fine lines, so I like to avoid it and leave under eyes for concealer. Now I'm picking up the Naked Weightless Skin Concealer, and I have 2 shades because one of them is too light for me and one of them is too dark for me. So I think I am using light neutral and light warm. Those are the 2 shades that I'm mixing together. And then I'm just drawing all over my face, making it look like I'm in a tribe or something, like I always do. And then I'm going to go in and blend that out with a beauty blender because it blends out seamlessly and makes everything just blend together, and it makes sure that it picks up any excess concealer that you may have applied, because sometimes we can get a little heavy-handed, and beauty blenders are great for that. So then I'm going in with this MAC Pro. It's a shaping powder, and it's called Emphasize. It's one of my favorite of all time. I owned it years ago, and I just repurchased it, and I have been loving it lately. So I mixed that with the banana shade in the Anastasia contour kit and just set underneath my eyes. And now I am using another MAC Pro shade, and it's a contour shade in Shadester is the name of it. And I have been loving this lately. It is perfect. It is not too warm. It's not too cool. It doesn't make you look muddy or ashy. It doesn't make you look orange. I have just loved it. So I just sculpted out my cheekbones and then applied it into the my forehead around my hairline. And then I wanted to clean up that contour, so I just picked up this brush and dipped it into a little bit of that RCMA no color powder just to carve out that contour and allow my face to bake for a little while. Now I'm just going to show you a little bit of me filling in my eyebrows. This is not something I usually do on camera, but it's super quick and super easy. This eyebrow that you're seeing me do right now, all I really did was fill in the tail, which is really all I did for the other eye as well. Sometimes I will draw a line just to make it look a little bit more harsh, but for the most part, I just fill in gaps because my eyebrows are super thick naturally. Then I'm going to pick up this MAC shade in Floof, and I'm highlighting the inner corner of my eye as well as my brow bone, just to bring a little bit of light to the inner corner. And I think that with a smoky eye, having an inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight just emphasizes and makes it look so much better. Now I'm going back in with that sketch shade that I used earlier, and I am taking a flat definer brush and packing that into my lower lash line. This shade is darker and I don't want to blend out with it. I just wanted to pack it on so that when I go in with this pooter shade, again, I'm going to buff it out. So I'm just picking up pooter on a pencil brush and buffing out the sketch shade that I applied onto my lower lash line, making sure that everything is super blended out so that it doesn't look harsh or jagged and sloppy. Then I'm just applying some mascara to my lower lashes, and this is the Chanel Inimitable. I don't know how to say it. It's a Chanel mascara. You can use any mascara though. And then I'm just taking a fluffy brush and dusting off all of that bakage that I had going on down there. And then I'm picking up MAC Desert Rose Blush. It is one of my favorite blushes of all time. I probably use this more than any other blush. And I am just dipping a little bit into it, tapping it off, and then just ever so slightly applying that to the high points of my cheeks, giving myself just a little bit of a rosy glow, because that's kind of all I wanted for this look. Now I'm taking Becca's Champagne Pop and applying that to the high points of my cheekbones as well. The Champagne Pop highlighter has been so popular, and it absolutely deserves all of the praise it gets because it is so beautiful. I apply it almost under every other highlighter. And then I'm going in with my favorite highlighter, which is the MAC Show Gold that I've just recently discovered. And I'm just applying that over that Champagne Pop just to add a little bit extra pop. Then I'm going to go in with MAC Myth lipstick. And this is a super nude. Usually I line my lips before I use it, but I wanted a blown out looking lip because that looks really good with any type of smoky eye. So I just dab it. I go in little pouncing motions on my lips with this lipstick, and then I take my finger and blend it out so that it's not so thick and so nude. And then I'm applying the Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar lip gloss over, and I am loving this lip gloss. It has like this minty, cool, refreshingness to it, and I have just been loving it. So then I'm just going to set my entire face with some MAC Fix Plus, which I've also been loving lately, and this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for visiting. I really do appreciate it. Please share it. I love you, and I'll see you later.